Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. The Labour and Empowerment Ministry has initiated a move to extend the benefits of Pradhanmantri Aas Yoga to disadvantaged workers. A letter has been issued by Ministry of Labour and Employment to all the state governments urging the inclusion of migrant workers, building workers, BD workers, cine workers, non-coal mine workers, contract labourers and other unorganized workers. The decision has been taken in view of the Union Cabinet's approval to extend the implementation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for another additional 5 years, from the financial year 2024-25 to 2028-29, with the aim of providing 2 crore additional houses to eligible beneficiaries. The initiative recognizes the housing needs of economically vulnerable workers. The ministry has emphasized that these workers represent a disadvantaged section of the society, and ensuring their coverage under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is not only a matter of social justice but also a necessary step towards improving their living conditions. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Brunei last week, wherein he was received upon arrival by Crown Prince Haji Al Mutadin Billah. This is the first ever bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Brunei. The visit coincides with the 40th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between India and Brunei. Mr. Modi also travelled to Singapore on the second leg of his visit. He met President Tharman Shanmugaratnam, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong, and Emeritus Senior Minister Gong Chok Tong. The Prime Minister has discussions to deepen the strategic partnership with Singapore, particularly in the new and emerging areas of advanced manufacturing, digitization, and sustainable development. Earlier, in his departure statement, Mr. Modi expressed confidence that his visit to Brunei and Singapore will further strengthen India's partnership with two countries and larger Asian region. He said both countries are important partners in India's Act East policy and Indo-Pacific vision. The Cabinet Committee on Security has approved the proposal for procurement of 240 aero engines for the Sukhoi 30 MKI aircraft of the Indian Air Force. The approval was granted under the Buy Indian category from Hindustan Aeronautical Limited at a cost of over 26,000 crore rupees, inclusive of all taxes and duties. The Ministry of Defence said the delivery of these aero engines would begin after 1 year and will be completed over a period of 8 years. The engines will have an indigenous content of over 54% enhanced due to the indigenization of some key components of aero engines. These engines will be manufactured at HAL's Koraput division. The Centre has notified the constitution of the 23rd Law Commission. The term of the Commission will be for a full period of 3 years till 31st of August 2027. The Commission will have a full-time chairperson and 4 full-time members including a member secretary. The Secretary of the Department of Legal Affairs and the Secretary of Legislative Department of ex officio members of the panel. There can be 5 part-time members in the Commission. Serving Supreme Court and High Court judges will be the chairperson and member of the Law Commission. The notification said they will perform their functions on a whole-time basis up to the date of retirement from the Supreme Court or High Court or expiry of the term of the Commission, whichever be earlier. Cabinet has approved the proposal of K Semicon Private Limited to set up a semiconductor unit in Sanad, Gujarat. The decision has been taken with the objective to develop a vibrant semiconductor ecosystem. The proposed unit will be set up with an investment of about 3,300 crore rupees. The capacity of this unit will be 60 lakh chips per day. The chips production in this unit will cater to a wide variety of applications. These include segments such as industrial, automotive, electric vehicles, consumer electronics, telecom, and mobile phones. The program for development of semiconductors and display manufacturing ecosystem in India was notified in December 2021 with a total outlay of 76,000 crore rupees. Construction of all four semiconductor units is in progressing at a rapid pace. These four units will bring the investment of almost 1.5 lakh crore rupees. The cumulative capacity of these units is above 7 crore chips per day. The government has planned to promote both Indian alcoholic and non alcoholic beverages globally with a target of $1 billion in export revenue over the next 5 years. The Agricultural and Processed Food Export Development Authority has been working to increase exports of the Indian spirits to a major foreign destination. India currently ranks 40th in the world for the alcoholic beverage exports. The Indian Navy and the South African Navy this week signed an implementation agreement to enhance their submarine rescue support cooperation. The Defense Ministry said under the agreement, the Indian Navy will provide assistance by deploying its deep submarines rescue vehicle when required. The ministry underlined that this will ensure the safety of the South African Navy's submarine crew in times of distress or accidents. It emphasized that the partnership will further strengthen the collaborative ties between the two navies and reinforce long-standing maritime relationship between India and South Africa. The implementing agreement was signed by Chief of the Naval Staff Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi and the Chief of the South African Navy Vice Admiral Monde Lobes. The centre has extended the ceasefire agreement with the National Socialist Council of Nagaland K, that is NIKI, for a period of 1 year. The Ministry of Home Affairs said that the centre and the National Socialist Council of Nagaland K NIKI have mutually decided to extend the ceasefire agreement in effective from 8th of September 2024 for 1 year to promote lasting peace in the state. The fifth defense cooperation dialogue between India and Maldives took place in New Delhi last week. The Indian delegation was led by Defense Secretary Giridhar Armane, while the Maldivian delegation was headed by Chief of Defense Force General Ibrahim Hilmi. Defense Ministry said in a statement that the meeting provided both sides with an opportunity to discuss the matters related to bilateral defense cooperation. This included expediting the implementation of various ongoing defense cooperation projects. The two sides also deliberated on few other areas of common interest, such as high-level exchanges of capability development projects. The aspects of participation in the forthcoming bilateral military exercises were also discussed. Defense Ministry said the entire range of talks were productive, which will advance shared interests of both the nations in the near future and bring stability and prosperity in the Indian Ocean region. The Controller and the Auditor General of India (CAG) signed a memorandum of understanding with the UAE Accountability Authority during a bilateral meeting with the President of the UAE Accountability Authority. The Memorandum of Understanding aims to foster collaboration between the two supreme audit institutions, focusing on areas such as knowledge exchange, capacity building, and best practices in public sector auditing. By sharing the expertise and experiences, both countries seek to strengthen their respective audit methodologies and improve overall governance. India has carried out successful launch of intermediate range ballistic missile Agni 4 from the integrated test range of Chandipur and Odisha. The Defense Ministry said the launch successfully validates all the operational technical parameters. It was conducted under the aegis of the Strategic Force Command. The launch marks another milestone in strengthening India's defense capabilities. In April this year, India successfully tested the new generation nuclear capable Agni Prime ballistic missile from the Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha. It met all trial objectives, validating its reliable performance. Strategic Force Command SFC, along with the Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO, had conducted successful flight tests. The Agni missile are long range nuclear weapon capable surface to surface ballistic missiles developed by India. India has extended humanitarian assistance to Chad. In a social media post, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said that India has extended medical aid consignment consisting of essential life saving antibiotics and general medicines to the government of Chad in response to a deadly fire incident. He said the consignment weighed about 2,300 kilograms, departed from New Delhi on 7th of September. The Israeli army withdrew from the West Bank city of Jenin after 10 days operation. Israeli public broadcaster Khan reported that the army eliminated several terrorists during the operation, arresting more than 40 suspected and seizing 24 weapons. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Health Ministry said 39 Palestinians have been killed and about 150 others injured in the West Bank since the start of the Israeli military operation on 28th of last month. The Palestinian Civil Defense announced that more than 25 kilometers of street and neighborhood at Jenin city and its camps were completely destroyed by the army's operation.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.